Hey, 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 you beautiful twin flames, and welcome back to Tarot for You 444. I'm so delighted to have you with me today because I'm going to be doing a divine masculine and divine feminine check-in. So while I'm talking to you, I want to shuffle the cards because I know a lot of you have been going through some stuff, perhaps karmically, or your divine masculine has been going through something karmically. And before I start the reading, I just want to have a little conversation about, maybe I won't shuffle while I'm talking because I won't be able to concentrate on what I'm saying, but many of you are feeling like you want to give up on the journey, feeling like, you don't want a 5D relationship, you want a 3D relationship. And what I've been trying to tell people for a really long time, whether you've sort of got the memo or not as I've been doing my videos, but if your divine counterpart isn't coming in the 3D reality in a way that you would like, then the work you need to do is energetic. Now, if they are coming to you in the 3D reality, but they're not showing up in the way you'd like, then you are still needing to do work that's energetic. Now, everyone's kind of like, yeah, but I don't want to imagine, I don't want to imagine him in 5D. I don't want to, have this connection, always in 5D. I don't understand, why I can't have them in 3D. And that's not what it's about. What I'm trying to get to when I talk about this is the fact that the twin flame journey is an energetic, magnetic, magical connection. So if you're wanting to bring a magnetic connection or an energetic connection to you, then you're going to have to do some work energetically for that to happen. That's why I've created my twin flame system. So if they are in a relationship with someone else, if they are, what am I trying to say? If they look happy in their current life, if they're not talking to you, if they're not coming through to you in a way that you need, if they're pushing your boundaries, if they're triggering you, then you need to do the work energetically. So what I'm here to say is, no matter what's going on outside of you, okay, I'm going to use my plant. I got a new plant. And I want to use my plant as an example. Okay, so let's pretend, hopefully I don't drop it because it's in a ceramic pot, but let's pretend that your divine masculine is the plant, okay? Just for a moment, right? Just bear with me in my metaphor. But I'm going to look at this plant and I'm going to pretend that he's my divine masculine just for a minute, okay? So I'll put him down there. You can still just see the leaves. Now this plant is growing. This plant is doing what it needs to do. It's on its own journey of life, okay? Now, if this plant goes and intertwines with another plant, let's say it's an ivy or something, and they get wrapped up together, e.g. the karmic, it would be really silly of me to get mad at the plant, okay, because the plant is simply growing, okay, the plant is simply growing, and eventually it's going to learn that, when it gets entangled with that other plant that it's not meant to be with, that's not really good for its growth, okay. Is there any purpose in getting mad at the plant? is there any purpose in being sad that the plant is growing elsewhere right now? Maybe your divine masculine plant lives at a distance from you. Maybe there's a cultural difference. Maybe there's an age gap. Whatever the block is, the plant simply is a plant, okay? Just like your divine masculine simply is whatever he is. So in the 3D reality, he might be older than you. He might be younger than you. He might have a different religion than you. He might be in a third set or third dimensional consciousness mindset. He might be not showing up for you. He might be crossing your boundaries. But if he was a plant, right? If your plant crossed your boundaries, as in it started growing into your house and overtaking overtaking you somehow, right, crossing your boundaries, you still wouldn't yell at it. You still wouldn't get angry at it. You would just say, well, it's just being a plant, and it's growing in the best way it knows how to grow right now. Now, why I'm using the plant example is because, you know, this plant obviously was bought from the local nursery here. Now, I've bought the plant, okay, and it's my responsibility to give it some water. It's my responsibility to take it out in the sunshine. It's my responsibility to give it the nurturing and the love that it needs. And many of you are saying, my divine masculine is showing up like an absolute prick, right? My divine masculine isn't showing up at all. My divine masculine's in love with someone else. And I'm telling you that this is your plant. I'm trying to give it to you in another way so you can understand. This is your plant that you need to feed and nurture and love. So what is it inside of you that you're not feeding and nurturing and loving? Because he is you. Take gender how it resonates and flip the energies how they resonate for you. This is your plant. You know, you rocked up at the nursery. Remember the time you met your divine masculine or feminine? You rocked up at the nursery and you went, oh, this has to come home with me. I love it so much. Oh my God, right? But if I keep staring at the plant and saying, why aren't you growing the way you should be growing? Then it's up to me to make it grow in a certain way. Spiritually speaking, to make this plant grow in a certain way, I need to nurture it and tend to it. And many of you are looking at your twin flame connection as their body is over there and my body is over here. But this is a soul connection. So how do you nurture the soul? How do you feed the soul? How do you love the soul? They are you. You have to feed yourself. You have to grow yourself. You have to nurture yourself. And then your plant is going to look beautiful. And it's going to come to you eventually in the 3D. Okay? But I want you to stop thinking that your divine masculine is over there. They're over there, they're with a karmic, they've broken your heart, maybe. You're too sad, you're too lonely. How dare they speak to you in that way? There'll be a million different things you want to say to your divine masculine. All of those things you want to say to your divine masculine, look in the mirror and say them to yourself. I want you to say in the mirror, how dare you break my heart? How have you broken your own heart? How have you not nourished yourself? Are you eating properly? Are you exercising daily? Are you meditating? Are you looking after yourself? As you take care of yourself, you take care of your divine masculine. As you understand that their physical body may be at a distance from you right now, maybe with someone else right now, that's only temporary. You know, that plant is only this small for right now, but next year it might be really, really big. There might be some great growth next year. But why is there great growth on the plant next year? Because I've tended to it. I've fed it. I've nurtured it. I've loved it. You are an organic being. Your body needs great food. Your body needs clean water, chemical free, self-love, meditation, prayer, if you're so inclined. Prayer is one of those magical things that if you can do that, it'll change your life. All right? So that's what I want to say. If your divine masculine is any kind of way that you don't want him to be right now, you can change it. It's all up to you. This is a soul to soul connection. It's an energetic connection. Don't give it the same rules as a 3D connection. It's not a soulmate connection. You know, a soulmate connection's not going to work. You know, the same rules aren't going to apply. Okay. This is a magical connection like no other you've ever experienced in your life, and you know that if you're on the twin flame journey. Whew. Donkey's smiling at you all today. Whatever you want to say to your divine masculine, you're not showing up for me, divine masculine. Go and look in the mirror and say it to yourself. How are you not showing up for yourself? I'm angry at you, divine masculine and or feminine. Flip the energies, how it resonates for you. I'm mad at you. Why are you mad at yourself? Right? I'm super duper pissed off with you right now. You abandoned me. How have you abandoned yourself? Okay. The hardest thing to do is to look in the mirror and take stock of what you're not doing in a self-care way for yourself. What addiction do you have that you need to get rid of? What mental processing are you constantly doing? Are you overthinking all the time? Do you even allow yourself to relax? Do you even allow yourself to have a day free of drama? Do you give love to the people around you? Okay, these are some things to think about today. I'm just going to have to turn my heater off because it's getting too hot. Okay, that's better. It's hard to, you know, take a look at yourself and change these things. But they are you in the spiritual sense. Okay, and we have dogs barking. We have dogs barking, confirming what I'm saying. Okay, so just taking a look at the energies of the divine feminine and divine masculine so we can do this check-in today. Wow, divine masculine showing up here as the King of Cups. Despite what many of you think, your divine masculine is quite balanced at the moment, is quite nurturing at the moment. He knows where his heart lies. The King of Cups is also someone who is very stable. Okay. Now, the divine feminine is going through this process of thinking. For some of you, you think you've been a fool. You know, I'm waiting for this guy who's not showing up in the way I want him to. He's not offering me what I want right now. And yet he seems so happy where he is in his life. So again, we're getting this sense of the divine feminine looking over there. You know, in her mindset, she's thinking, the divine masculine is over there. And remember, I used the trees as an example, and they're still stuck together, but imagine they were apart. Maybe I'll use my other trees. Hang on. I haven't untangled them on purpose, but you know, there's your divine masculine. There you are. He's over there. He's doing that. I'm over here. I'm all alone. Right? In spiritual truth, you are one and the same. Now, what you believe within inside of yourself will come out eventually. Eventually, it will come out outside of you. And that's a spiritual truth that some of you find hard to grasp. I'm going to use the example of building a fence, because divine feminine, many of you need to hear this today. If you were going to build a fence, before you built that fence, you would first imagine it in your mind. You might close your eyes and say, well, I'm going to need those kind of screws. I'm going to need that type of wood. I'm going to need that kind of, tool. And so you're using your imagination to bring it to fruition before it even becomes something. This is how you have to go about the twin flame journey. The twin flame journey needs your imagination to believe it, needs your subconscious to believe it. Any doubt that you have in your mind that your twin flame is not coming to you, that they're not coming correct, that they're over there, that they'll never come in, is what you are manifesting. Now, in the recent past, your divine masculine was saying a yes to you. Perhaps even checking out your social media or going back and looking at some of the messages that you had sent in the past. Then we had some kind of burden. All right, I don't know if it's a burden that he's having in the 3D or a burden that happened between you two. I'll get a clarifier here. Of course, this reading is for the collective, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Wow, the whole deck nearly just wanted to come out. Yeah, look at this. The divine feminine closing off her energy to the connection. I'm done, I'm dusted, or if not, I'm done and dusted. I'm pissed off because there's no victory right now. Some of you even are sending love and light to your divine masculine. Don't do that. Don't send love and light to something over there, because it'll stay over there. It is you. Send it to you. Okay? Send it to your own soul, if that's what you want to do. Okay, so then we have the divine feminine feeling again, I'm not getting anything really happening in the 3D reality, or if I am, it's very small. And she's missing out on the love. Notice the M on the love card here. If we put it in the upright, it's a W, right? But the M or the W may be significant for some of you. I'm missing my twin flame. I'm not seeing the love. That love that she experienced in the beginning, she's kind of finding it hard to tap into, because she may not have heard from him for a while. Let's see what else goes on about this love, this lack of love. I feel like the lack of love is to herself. And the dog's barking again. It's like they bark on cue, isn't it? Okay, so yeah, here we go. She might be working on her own money or on her own stuff, but the secret is she's missing that one ingredient. What ingredient is it? Love. You know, you can have the car and the house and the clothes and the things, but if you're missing love, it's like a closed door. You know, many divine feminine even saying, you know what? They feel like they're going to be alone for the rest of their life in the 3D. And by thinking that, they're manifesting that. Your thoughts create. Your words create. Your imagination creates. So then we have the masculine going, I've just got to get on with what I've got to get on with. And he still feels like divine feminine's a little bit off balance here. So he's juggling this pentacle of her. So he's got her in his feeling space, but then he's got the other things in his life as well. For many of you, there's a distance between you here with the ocean in the way. That will only resonate for some of you, of course. Many divine feminines are upset about the third party situation. If only the third party situation, person, place, or situation wasn't in the way, then he could come to me. Then he could be my counterpart, King of Pentacles. Remember, she was showing up as the Queen of Pentacles. But there's still this, if only this block was out of the way, if only there wasn't a distance between us, if only there wasn't this. There might be a million reasons you think you can't be together. But your mind is something you need to let go of in the twin flame journey, because it's going to tell you these stories. It's going to continually tell you these stories. Well, it's never going to happen because. He'll never want me because. He'll never come out of that situation with the other person because. I kind of want to start singing the Wizard of Oz. Because of the wonderful things he does. You know, I don't know why I want to sing that, but the Wizard of Oz is, for some of you, means something, so that's coming through today. But, you know, he's trying to manifest a message to you. But your sadness and your overthinking is blocking it. He's always there. He's never gone anywhere. Here's the love from your divine masculine. It's never gone anywhere. But because you're doing this duality thing, which we're taught to do, aren't we? He's over there, I'm over here, so I'm going to be sad. But if you realize that you are one, you would nurture and love yourself. If you realize that the nurturing and love that you give yourself actually helps your divine masculine, then you would never go another day without taking care of your body, your mind, and your soul. You would stop that addiction. If you really loved your divine masculine, you would stop that addiction. Maybe gonna take some time, but you would. You would stop beating yourself up and being judgmental of yourself. You would meditate, you would pray if you're so inclined. You would allow yourself to sit out in nature. You would go for a walk. You would listen to uplifting music. You would maybe start a hobby that brings you joy. Remember that beautiful song? Joyful, joyful Lord, we adore you. God of glory, God of light, hearts unfold like flowers before you. Right? By the way, what have you done for him lately? Ooh, yeah. Remember? So we sing. And then they're like, come and join the chorus, the mighty, mighty chorus. Do, 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 do. It's from Sister Act, or Sister Act 2. It's all about understanding that we are connected. Ignore the world right now too. Don't worry about black and white. Right? Don't worry about religious differences. Don't worry about rich or poor. Right? Come to the conclusion that we are all sovereign beings. The only real truth is love. If something isn't loving, how could you make it more loving? The only question you really ever need to ask yourself is, what would love do now? When you're taking care of your own body, when you're taking care of your children, when you're taking care of your loved ones, when you're loving your life, I want you to say, what would love do? What would love do now? If you're really confused, I want you to ask yourself, what would love do now? Love is all encompassing. Love is kind. Love is giving. Love is hopeful. Love is nurturing. This starts with self-love. So let's see what these soul messages are from your divine masculine, because I know most of you are divine feminines that watch my channel. Your divine masculine may very well be in the 3D. He may be over there. But on a spiritual level, he is you. And you are him. So what you do for yourself, you do for him. So be really careful how you treat yourself. Okay, we've got lots of messages he wants to say now. These are soul messages. I'm so excited. Yeah, the real truth is, I need to see you and smell you. You know, he wants to smell you. He wants to be near you. He loves you. Okay, this is a warning for about 5 people. There's a karmic man trying to harm you. For some of you, you're in a relationship that's not kind to you. For some of you, you know a man who is not to be trusted. This is a warning for you. Your divine masculine's trying to let you see this through me. Many of you need a reminder about true love and what that really means. Watch The Notebook and think of me, please. That movie is a beautiful twin flame love story. Go and watch it. Have a cry. Watch it. It'll be good for your soul. When you get mad at me, I feel uncomfortable. So if you're mad at your divine masculine, just know that that makes them feel uncomfortable. Where do you want to live? City or countryside? I love you. Many divine masculines are thinking about their future with you a lot. Wait until you see this. Not this one, but the one after. Wow. You are my beloved. I love your eyes and smile. Okay, that's a really truthful statement right there. And then, for some of you, this might freak you out a little bit, but, ready? Would you say yes if I propose to you? That's a marriage proposal being thought about by your divine masculine. For some of you, you'll know if that resonates or not. Wow, oh wow. Now, before we go, we're going to get Donkey kisses, all right? So if you need some kisses and some love today, Donkey is here. He's going to bite my finger as always. Ready? I love playing with Donkey. Ready? He says, look into my eyes and feel the love and look at my beautiful teeth. He says he's been eating Little Red Riding Hood's organic apples, but he says most of all, look into my eyes and know that I love you today. All right, so he's giving me a kiss and you guys a kiss before we go. And don't forget to get in touch with your inner child. Do something fun today. Paint or draw or sing or laugh or dance. Okay, it's really good for your health to do those things. Okay, I am sending you a beautiful, wonderful, fantastical, magical, wonderful, plant-loving. I'm just going to give it some more water just in case I didn't give it enough before, right? I'm nurturing my own soul. That's my divine masculine. Just imagine that. Hang on, before I go. My divine masculine is a plant and we're getting married in December. Remember? How funny would that be? That's how you know that I'm batshit crazy, because I'm kissing my own plant. but it's all for the good of humanity, isn't it? Right? Twin flames need to come together. We need all of you to come together, but I want you to understand that it's an energetic connection. It really has nothing to do with the 3D. Yes, of course, you can be nice in the 3D and you can go la 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 la, but you need to feel it in your soul, in your bones, in your loins. Donkey made me say that. Okay. Mwah. Have a beautiful day, night, afternoon, evening, or morning, wherever you are in the world. And I'm sending love from Australia. See you real soon. Bye. Bye.